Today we will be seeing if we can make a roller coaster if we can only go up to 15 meters. So for this I'll be using the wooden hybrid coaster. And well, let's of course just place the station as low as we can. And then of course we need to start with a chain lift. And for this I'm probably going to make everything out of 4-meter pieces. Since of course we only are allowed to go 15 meters high. Which is, well, it's not that high, is it? Since we're already at 13 meters. Oh god, so I can probably make this a little bit longer. Now we're at 14 meters, so I can make it a little longer. Yeah, now we're already at 16, so that's not good. And then if I place it like that, there you can see we have now hit 15 meters in height. We'll make sure to put of course some banking offsets, since well, we want this coaster to be as smooth as possible. Then I guess we are just going to go straight into like the drop of this roller coaster. So let's just go down as much as we can, then make the piece a little smaller, make it even steeper. Well, then we of course have to go back up, and I am not allowed to go in the ground, since of course then the coaster is technically longer than 15 meters, and well, we don't want that. So we are going basically as low as we can with this coaster type, and then well, we're going to do something. While we're of course building, we are going to test the roller coaster. Yeah, I'm going to smooth this of course a little bit later, but so far the profiling of this looks pretty good. From here I probably want to do like an airtime hill that sort of goes into like here. So let's just go down. I have no plan as always what I'm doing with this, but now that I'm also looking at it, these trains are way too long, so we want to definitely make those smaller. Then let's go straight again from here, because we do want this coaster to be quite snappy. So let me just finish this, and let's just go on the other side of here. And well, I want to remove some of the station. I think that's not good. So now the train is, well, 6 long. That seems quite nice. All right, let's see how it's going down now. So there we go. We have the drop. Pretty good. It goes over that airtime hill. That actually looked pretty decent. Wait, why did that change to 60 meters? Oh no, guys. I made it too high. We have to go lower. Why is the station gone? Aha, now it's 80 meters. I just lowered the station even more, so it's almost on the ground now. But yeah, now it's actually 50 meters. So I probably want to go in some sort of inversion here. Yeah, the inversions have to be extremely low, since well, we just don't have any height basically. So we'll probably already have to go down like this, since well, this is going to be an interesting inversion. I don't really know what I'm doing, but yeah, we're going to go here. Sadly, I'm of course also not able to change any of the friction or physics of any of this coaster, so I hope it makes that. Did actually look pretty decent. I can probably actually make this a little higher, which I have now done, and we probably want to then continue in a turn right here. I think that's I think I might have an idea of what to do after this. All right, that's going pretty decent. You have a little bit of hang time in there, not of course too much, as well we don't want you dangling out of your seat. And then we are going to go straight to the other side as much as we can, and then 90 degrees, just so the supports don't like do the weird thing. And then of course we go down and a little bit the other side, one more piece, while we're going to go down, and then we're of course going to rotate back like this, which I think that creates a fun element. It did look like it went a little bit slow for it, but I think we can manage it. Now I want to actually go over the layout again, and I might just do that in like a very fast twisted airtime hill. I'm not sure how the clearance actually looks pretty good for this. Yeah, let's see. It goes pretty decent. Once we smooth it, it will of course go a little quicker. Not as slow as it's doing right now. That's maybe a bit too much. Let's just like go straight again. And then if we go straight like this, let's just add like another airtime hill going down. Oh, I think you're going to get some crazy airtime on that element. And we probably want to go up and do something. I don't know where I'm now going, guys. Okay, well, before I do any more layout, let's just make the coaster a little smoother, so we can see also how much speed we have left at the end. So we're just putting like 2 pieces, and then we're just pressing the smooth option with about 5 strength just through the whole layout, and then well, all the way until here, and then we'll press forward to go backwards, and then we'll do the exact same, and we're just doing this like for a few times. Okay, now that I've smoothed it, let's just do a very quick POV with how what we have so far. So that's pretty good. Then we have that inversion. You're hanging a little bit, but I do want that. Then you have like this it was like wave turn-ish element, this quick S-bend into an airtime hill, and then well, we're going somewhere there. I'm not exactly sure what, but to be fair, I quite like it so far. I might just change it a little bit from this point to just already rotate a little bit earlier, just so it's a bit more snappy. And I'm not really sure where I want to go, but I definitely want to add another inversion here. So I might like do that here, where we're just going to go in like a roll. I think that can work. There we go. Now we created some sort of roll. Of course, this is looking very, very bad, but here it comes. It is going with quite a decent speed through it. Now we of course have to also make the brakes and everything, which now that we sort of know where the coaster is going to go, we can do that. So we're going to add like a very easy turn, and it's probably just going to be like 9 meters of block brakes, and then like a very small part of, I think it's trim brakes. I always forget which ones it actually is. So now we have to somehow end up here, which we can, I guess, build a little bit backwards so we can get this smoothness in there. So we need to connect this to there, which we're not really the same angle, since, well, that's weird. Well, maybe, wait a second, maybe it is not weird. Maybe we can do like a turn. No, wait, let's not do that. We're just adding like a mini version of a wave turn in here. I'm not really sure how this is going to go. But yeah, let's just smooth all of this again. Well, I now have, well, smoothed the whole roller coaster. As you can see, some of these turns have turned, well, not really banked anymore. So I'm going back and looking at them and, well, making them better, since, well, some were very bad. All right, there we go. I think the layout, which is only 50 meters, is now finished. But of course, now the coaster and the whole area does look like a little bit so we're going to add, well, some simple decoration, maybe like a very small station if I'm going to be able to manage that. And yeah, let's do it in the form of a time lapse. And I have decided to go for the sort of Viking theme of this station building, and just the whole area to be like some sort of pine tree, just like some Viking area basically. And well, this is the first time I'm really building something inside of Planet Coaster 2. Of course, I've done some very small projects along the way with like the previous Planet Coaster video that I did, but this is like the first like real station building I'm trying to build. And I have to be fair, I have no idea what I am doing. I'm literally just like looking through pieces, just selecting them and, well, scaling some up, scaling some down, placing them in corners, be like, yep, that works. And there's probably so much more pieces I can add, and I tried adding some other pieces like up there, but on the other side it didn't work. And I had some problems with like the gates, that they didn't really fit, like those massive doors, since we don't have any like normal hallway for doors. But yeah, the roof actually snapped on very nice. I love like these like side panels you can add to them, and same of course as these sort of like roof trims. Yeah, they didn't really align since I had my stage to be a little bit bigger, but it still worked in the end. Yeah, trying to fill up all those holes on the side, since, well, that's not the best, is it? But yeah, I do actually really enjoy building this theme. Like, it does look very nice, but the walls were like very plain, and, well, you couldn't really change like a lot with them, so I just added like this greenery on it. There's probably other detail stuff that I just did not see the pieces for, but yes, added some windows. And I was like, well, I now want to experiment with like the terrain too, so I just started to paint like a lot of different things, from pebbles to rock to grass to dead grass. I don't know what I did, but I just added as much as I could through it. Well, then I started to play actually with the terrain too, or the path too. And yeah, I just really am just in this project just trying out some different tools, since, well, this is of course one of the first time actually playing around with them and just looking through most of these pieces. By the way, there are so many different rocks. There's like 30 different rocks, and some are massive, some are very small. It's difficult to scale them sometimes, but yeah, I'm just literally just placing so much different bushes, trees around it. I kind of want to have like more control around the area with that, and adding a little bit more detail. But yeah, this actually, to be fair, I am kind of enjoying that, and I'm just going around in circles and circles, just adding more trees. And then I found the scenery brush, then I just added a lot of scenery. Changing some of the coasters, adding some benches, and, well, that's the end. And there we go. The roller coaster that's under 15 meters is now finished. As you can see, I added just some simple decoration around it. This is the first time I'm actually building something bigger in this game. So all of this was for me also a learning curve. So it's maybe not the most game-breaking stuff in the game, but yeah, I wanted to control the scenery a little bit more around the roller coaster and just use the brush, of course, around it, since, well, it looks fine, to be fair. And then also the station, I'm not really sure what it is, but I just went through like the Viking pieces, selected a few. I could, of course, add so much more detail to this, but yeah, maybe in the future. But I think it looks good from like the top. If you're starting to look from the bottom, you see that there's flying stuff and it's not all looking too good. But of course, is one final thing that you guys want to see, and that is the POV. If you enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel. We're closing into 500,000 subscribers, so if you haven't, consider it. So guys, I will say, as always, goodbye.